Hi. It is February something. I have fish stuck in my teeth. Mm. Slightly annoying. Slightly undercooked fish stuck in my teeth. Shout outs to the chefs. Shout outs to all you chefs out there. Y'all really know how to get it done. Shout outs to people who spend time in their craft. I live in America. And right now we're suffering through a Donald Trump presidency. And so the headlines are wild. What this moron thinks he's doing, I don't know. And so I've been following through the various outlets of reporting, be it journalists' written articles or televised segments on YouTube or the TVs at the gym. And so I want to take a break from that and talk about something else that's crazy. There's a 2% chance that an asteroid is going to collide into Earth. Asteroids colliding into Earth normally land in the ocean. They normally, if they even make it to contact with Earth, if they don't get incinerated by the protective layers that surround this big blue marble, this one has a 2% chance of causing some real damage. And the timeline is 2032. Or I could be wrong about that. Could be 2030. Somewhere with 203. And so that's kind of wild. Um, it's not gonna hit Earth. It's just not. 2% chance. It's not happening. Here's another thing to think about. The Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy are highly likely to collide with each other. Spoilers, not for another billions and billions of years. About the same time, from what I could see on the YouTube shorts, that the sun is going to implode. Billions of years. And so I didn't want to just disregard it and go on with my mundane day to day. So I allowed myself to imagine the world in danger like that. And it makes me even more mad at Trump. It makes me even more mad at these countries that are just communicating or not communicating. People who don't care about the livelihoods of other people and trick a nation into thinking that they do when they don't. Because true compassion you feel it, and a lot of people are just numb, unfortunately. If the Earth was destined to be destroyed soon, and we allow ourselves to get into that kind of just thinking, you would hope to feel love and overall camaraderie, like Independence Day, the movie. We all want to stop fighting. Well, not Trump. Trump wants to fight everybody. Valentine's Day was yesterday, and I also had a therapy session yesterday too. So, um, I performed for the first time in a long time. Uh, I felt comfortable enough, safe enough, and I think I deemed her deserving enough to listen to one of my original works and pieces. And it it dawns on me, I really am numb to positive feedback, because I'll get positive feedback, and it just, you would think it would motivate me, because that's what the experts say. Well, not all of them. You would think positive feedback would be an encouraging motivator for someone, and I was numb. I don't really know how else to say it. Like, I could feel myself wanting to be like, okay, cool, I want to use this, and I want it to energize me. So I don't. Yeah, I'm still reflecting on that. Um, it's because I'm scared, I guess. I still don't know why I'm afraid. I don't. Um, I mean, it's not like I have anything to be afraid of. I think part of it is not being able to let go of the past. Uh, and also, let's be real, for many, many years, I harbored seeds of hatred. And so they grew and they spread their roots inside of me. And removing them is like removing weeds. You pull them out, you grab them by the root, and you pull them out, and it's really really tough because some of them roots get really deep in there, and if you don't pull them out by the roots, they'll just grow back. I've been really focused on politics, and I never considered myself an anarchist. I am more so lately because, I mean, the laws and police and regulation, all these things, they say help keep peace and order, which I think is counterintuitive to the human experience, where we're supposed to go through the shit. We're supposed to feel pain. We're supposed to cry. We're supposed to make mistakes and learn and grow. So then why do we need government? I've been asking myself that question lately at 30 years old. Of course, I'm speaking idealistically. It seems government and law I guess what I'm doing is I'm questioning their legitimacy and the human experience. We shouldn't need we shouldn't need these large governing bodies susceptible to influence by people out for selfish gain. And yet, time and time again, they prove useful. I mean, it's not like they're not useful, but they're also incredibly flawed because people are flawed. I mean, you think about all the different crafts that humans can be experts in. You can be experts in anything. And it's just like, why couldn't Trump really be into woodworking? He loves to golf. Why couldn't Trump have been a professional golfer? Like, we would much rather him be a golfer than dictating policies for a country. Because going after education is not it. Laying off thousands of workers is not it. And then their reasoning is just like, oh well, we're gonna do that, and if it doesn't work, we're just like Elon Musk literally said, if it doesn't work, then we'll just rehire them. No big deal. It's like, you dumb baby. I call them robots. The people. Okay, so like Biden's administration were called lizards by dumb people. I'm a call the Trump administration a bunch of robots because of Elon Musk. I think that's fair because they're not people. They're not people. They're robots trying to fast forward the AI revolution. Everybody better brace up. I mean, now more than ever, you really need people who you can hold on to. And that's to say nothing of the personal conflicts that we all have to face, right? Family is always a source of conflict. Our faith is always a source of conflict. How we interact with others is always a source of conflict. I mean, you don't have to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a politician, someone of great influence to be doing it right. And unfortunately, that's kind of what America is. We've propagated this feeling of more, right? I mean, it's a stereotype amongst other countries that Americans are never satisfied, and it's true. I mean, just look at who's in office right now. More and more and more, they want to colonize Mexico and Canada and Greenland and then at the same time send people out of the like, what's the game? You want to take over all these territories and send people away? It's If we're gonna look at this administration as a reflection of Trump's psyche, I think we can see what's going on here. What does it mean when someone is isolating? I mean, I can speak to my experiences. I carried great shame and wanted to disappear for a while. Like, not exist anymore. That's suicidal thoughts. Look at North Korea. They isolate like crazy. And it's hard because I don't know what to feel. Should I feel compassion, sympathy, empathy for the orange dumb man and the robot? Because they're clearly not mentally well. At the same time, they're causing so much needless pain, fear. Needless. It's one thing if Trump is the actor, the entertainer. It's one thing if Musk is just the tech bro. You've entered into a different world. Where's that line? And when you cross it, then what? I mean, violence is definitely the lowest form of communication, and they say forgiveness is next to godliness. People like that will get you to play their game and then beat you with experience. And I'm just not gonna play the game. I also don't want to give them the grace of compassion. Hmm. Anyways, um, yesterday I had therapy and it was also Valentine's Day. Uh, I've been I talk with the ladies that I buy coffee from. Been having these kind of thoughts, getting a little bit exhausted with my own thoughts. Um, Making music, having fun being sort of like a writer. Uh, I've been writing it a lot, writing a lot and sending it to my therapist and getting positive feedback. My back has kind of been sore. I definitely sprained some back muscles because I've been hitting it at the gym. Um, Working hard, definitely been working on. We just experienced another storm, which is we experienced a storm this time last year because I journaled about it. So it was a little bit late this year, but we finally got it, and it's interesting. It's life, and like I don't want to focus on Trump anymore because honestly, fuck the guy, fuck Musk. It's all about me right now, and like I have grown. Um, I think I'm more stable emotionally. I mean, listen, I was texting my therapist like crazy 3 years ago, and it's rare to have that. It's I've never been able to I've never had anyone who could put up with me in a sense. And I don't know why she does. I mean, it's not the money. No, it's definitely not the money. As much as I would wish it was, it's not the money. It really isn't. I mean, there's literally nothing to gain from putting up with me, but she does. And it's because she cares. She cares about me. She's invested in my growth. Um, and it's really, really sweet. She gave me some cookies. It was nice. I ate those. I think that's all I ate yesterday was just cookies. That's kind of all I ate. My dad made me fish with avocado, rábano, y tortilla, frijoles. It was good. It was good breakfast. Dinner tonight. I also gave him his money too, so it's a symbiotic relationship and it's good. Uh, my 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 values are changing in a good way. I used to, well, some people say if you're changing, it's a bad thing, and it's not a bad thing to have perspective. It really isn't. And I used to be very ashamed of myself because I wasn't successful by American standards. Um, but let's be real, American standards needs to change. It really needs to change. And what better way to measure change than with who's holding office? Um, and so when Obama won office, that was a big change. Like, that was a big signal to the whole country about change. And you know what happens when older people don't want to change? They get afraid. They get afraid and they elect Donald Trump because he was promising everyone to make America great again. And so a lot of scared people, I'll put it to you, you know who wasn't scared? Among their demographic, the demographic that voted for Trump, you know who wasn't scared that first time around? The people who were not, the people who were living, they weren't scared. It's the people who are, and I'm gonna steal this phrase from Zora, comfortably uncomfortable. Those are the people who voted for Trump because they're depressed and yet comfortable in that icky place. I wasn't. Well, that's not true. I am, because I'm still kind of there. I mean, I haven't achieved the emancipation I've been thinking about. Um, I still need to achieve it, but I'm closer than I've ever been, which is really, 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 and I've said that before, and it was true back then, you know. So I'm just, listen, it's not easy. I mean, emancipation is a big, heavy word, and it's not, and there's definitely different ways to go about it. There's the violent way, which is not the way I choose to go about it. The way I choose to go about it is the long game. It's about attaining emancipation while maintaining. It's not about like burning the place down. It's about changing the place you're in through like bridges, through airports so you can fly to other places. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Um, it can feel crazy to think that Trump has so much power. But I don't think, or at least I'm hopeful that the courts will get in the way, and I have faith in America. I have faith in established systems that are capable of compassion and kindness, and it's taken. And you know why I feel like that? Because of all the work we've put to get to this point. I mean, you think about the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and all the craziness that's happened. It feels like we don't learn because we don't. People like Trump are always going to come into power. Um, and it's always going to be a matter of like riding it out. On my end, the least I can do is not make my own life worse. Like if Trump is going to do everything he can to make my life worse, that's one thing. I'm not going to do that to myself. And that can be hard because I have been comfortably uncomfortable for a very long time. Um, so I've let go a lot of the hate that's been weighing me down. And and I guess if I were to give advice, I would be like saying it's hard to find energy to do things when it requires energy to find the energy. Um, it's one of those things. And so do the little things. I know it's kind of cliche, but go to the gym. You know, I mean, look, I go to the gym. I'm not social. I don't talk to nobody. I just go to the gym because I know that it's something I want to be doing. I know therapy is not always easy. It's not easy. You know, to get what we want is not easy. At least I want at all. It and not in the way that Trump wants. See, I want, well, on the one hand, I don't know what I want, right? I mean, I want to be happy. I used to say that a lot, and that's fine. I don't have to be happy all the time. Having someone like Zora who I can just talk to and she doesn't judge me, and not just there's not just an absence of judgment from her. There's a outpouring of love and recognition, I guess. And I guess I mean I say I'm numb to the positive feedback. I also am like examining it. I'm like, okay, how much of this is like true and how much of it is just therapy? And I guess I have it in my head that those two things are separate. I mean, if you were to be in therapy with me and hear the praise that this woman gives me, you would think that I'm fucking incredible, I guess. And if it's true, and I'm going through shit, then fuck. Even incredible people have it really hard. How the fuck have we ever made it this far? As a species, we find some way. That's the thing. Nature doesn't give a fuck about perfection. Nature only cares to do. Nature is lazy. I'll tell you what. Because if nature wasn't lazy, then we wouldn't be killing each other. But nature is like, nah, I don't give a fuck if you guys kill each other. I only care so much as can you keep your civilization going? And guess what? You're gonna have to go through the ice age. Can you survive that? Guess what? I'm gonna have volcanoes erupt in places and wipe you guys all out. Can you take that? And every time the human species is just like, okay, well, this sucks. All right, well, let's get to making babies. All right, cool. We good? No more. We're still good. We're still stable. Okay, let's make some innovative stuff like plowing fields for farming. All right, cool. We all right. We good. We know how to take care of stock and livestock and feed our people. We good. Yeah. All right, trade. How about we trade with other people? We need some stuff. You need some stuff. Cool. We're gonna make this thing called currency, where we can now substitute someone's work and place a value on it, and then it's just like, okay, cool, and then people come along and be like, okay, well, guess what? Now I'm gonna say that these people are less valuable, then so I'm gonna take their money, give them less, or in the case of slavery, not even anything at all. Nature's like, cool. It's like nature doesn't give a fuck. All nature wants is the bare minimum. The bare minimum. Not even that, because species go extinct all the time, which is sad. It's a code of morals and values that I have and that Trump doesn't have. I share these values with other people like myself, people who care about life and nature. People like Trump and his followers, his mindless puppets that voted for him, are just like, oh, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. In fact, you guys are woke, as if that's a bad thing to say. And then we're stuck with the difficult philosophy of like giving them compassion. They're forced on us the Jesus complex. When they slap you in the face, can you turn the other cheek? Because if you do, they're gonna slap that cheek too, and then you risk getting put. You risk getting nails in your hand against the board, and left to die after 3 or 4 days or whatever. Because they are deeply troubled. And anybody in medicine would feel for them and be like, you're sick, you're mentally ill. And that's, I don't know, maybe that's perspective. Maybe that's something we can see now because we're because of the work done by so many people. And it could be depressing unless you look at it as part of the progress. Like, we stand on the backs of giants, right? I don't know if you've ever heard that expression. If you have, it means other people have fallen on their sword so that way we don't have to. And so we're left with this dilemma of showing compassion to evil people like Trump because we know better, you know? And it's tricky. I guess we all got to kind of learn how to maneuver through these things on our own. Um, man, it's tough. It's tough. That's why I'm glad I have video games. That's why I go to the gym, even though I'm not really social or talkative at all. Um, that's why work is important, because not so much for the money, more so for just the positive effects. Like, it's good to get out of the house, and it's good to see other people, even if you're not talking to them. Even if they are assholes too. Because let's be real, people people don't care, and you would want them to care. And maybe that's where I'm coming from with this, with all of this soliloquy that I'm going on about. But it's just, I want people to care. And I have it in my head that they have the capacity to care. They're just unable to because they're mentally ill. Greed is a mental illness. Gluttony is a mental illness, right? The seven sins, those are mental illnesses. And so I guess I'm hopeful. It's at 30, I believe that if someone like Trump spoke, because do you think he speaks to a qualified therapist? I don't think so. I would be very surprised. Do you think Musk does? Do you think anybody who supports them sees a therapist? No, because it would take a great level of humility to admit, because they're never going to admit they need help. And I guess that's where you can no longer feel compassion for somebody. Damn. All right, 37 minutes of talking. I think I got some stuff out of my chest. Um, Before I end this, is there anything else that I want to mention? It's February. My birthday's around the corner. I have another therapy session. I've been working hard. Not really much to note. I started off the year. The big event that I went to this year was the gaming expo at the LA Convention Center. So maybe I wanna maybe I wanna do more of that. But like I said, I've just been kind of keeping up with this political bullshit that's been going on, talking on Reddit and stuff. So I've been applying to jobs, but not really seriously. I don't know. Little by little, I think we'll make these small changes and build something. And who knows? Maybe I'll. Well, I mean, I am definitely reading more and more books. Like, that's also a good thing to do. Um, yeah, it can be tough, doing the healthy stuff every single day. It can be, but it's only tough because you're not accustomed to it. Like, for a long time, I was smoking weed every day, and now I'm not. I was drinking. I was Damn. I was an alcoholic. um, and so, like, it's hard to stop doing those things with nothing to replace them. And it's not so easy to replace them because they were filling, or attempting to fill, an emptiness inside. And it's not easy to fill that emptiness inside. So you need to be trying different stuff, exploring yourself. Um, which can sound crazy, because there are no rules, man. There are no rules. Um, it's really about you, and trusting yourself. Just don't be Trump. Just don't be Trump. Okay. Mwah.